Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Stonks Maxxing. So, I have this mistakes tab pulled up because I made a mistake. I was too late on the Micron wave. Today it's up, I think 10%, 12%. Yeah, 12%, damn man. It was trading at 90, past 5 days, stock is up 16%. Shit. I was thinking about buying some call options. I follow Micron a lot for the past few months, and it seems like there was oversold, I guess, an overreaction after their earnings call announcement. They forecasted that the first half of 2025 is going to be pretty slow for their DRAM products, but it seems like now the sentiment has changed, and yeah, I think that's something I should keep track of, like mistakes. Let's see, number one. Call options when it got oversold to $85 a share after a great earnings report, but okay. But weak guidance first half 5. This is hard to tell. Yeah, you look at this, it is very cyclical. Yeah. Okay, so apparently Foxconn reported earnings. Let's take a look. Foxconn. Ooh. Take a look at what Foxconn actually does. Contract manufacturers. Electronic manufacturing services, EMS. Oh, right. They do have some type of electric vehicle, I remember. So this is the Apple spreadsheet. Open up. Let's take a look at memory. Record amount of revenue for the fourth quarter, helped by robust demand for servers to power versioning artificial intelligence technologies. AI servers. Oh, year over year. Okay, so it seems like on the memory side, so this is our list of memory companies. I wonder if we could create like a section, actually, I don't know, call it like factors just to look at for read-throughs, right? Foxconn, monthly revenues. 2.6% month-over-month. Components and other products showed strong growth. Cloud and networking products delivered significant growth, while computing products, okay, so cloud and networking products delivered significant growth, while computing products and smart consumer electronics, okay. Coming events, February 10th, okay, maybe there's going to be some volatility then. So it doesn't seem like they actually give you the numbers here. Okay, so monthly revenues. I don't know what so New Taiwan dollar is $64 billion US. It's a decent amount. I don't know what like the average selling prices are, but who are Foxconn's? So Apple, Sony, Microsoft, component manufacturing. camera modules, design and R&D, consumer electronics, artificial intelligence, vehicles, expand into the electric vehicle market, developing EV platforms and components. Okay, interesting. I'm trying to think, where should I go from here? Because I actually haven't planned this out yet. We have our high bandwidth memory. These are our generations. Okay, so the goal of high bandwidth memory is to provide more bandwidth while taking on less power and decreasing the total cost of ownership. Yeah, this was something that semi-analysis was writing about in terms of the floating point operations. Okay. So SK Hynix, high bandwidth memory 3E. I guess this is how many dies you've stacked. So 8 memory dies stacked on top of each other, so that gives you 24 gigabytes. Okay. 1 beta process, so through silicon vias, HKMG. Collectively holding over 90%, 93% of market share. So Nanya, Micron, Winbound. Okay, so I remember, so this is what we were thinking about. Okay, I remember now. So I think this is what I was trying to create, a dashboard of AI accelerators. So chips that would probably use some high bandwidth memory in order to operate. Okay. I think then if we look at this, the NVIDIA chips, AMD, we have this information here. It would be helpful to know who then is the customers of these chips. So the H100s, the H200s, GB, the Blackwell 200 super chips. I think the main ones to know are kind of our hyperscale companies. So the Googles, the Microsofts, the Amazons of the world, right? Yeah. We have ByteDance, Apple, Broadcom. Okay. Hey, Boogie. I know, so Microsoft's data center. Did see this. How long is this? Okay, it's pretty long. Chip suppliers, application company, system. Yeah, this is interesting. I think this gives some insight into close data center. Just the scale at which people involved with this are. So research. Okay, so I guess this is his 1-2 punch. This is what he's really trying to get at with this blog post. I believe his name's Brad Smith. Okay, I was about to say Jim Smith. Shoot. $2.5, that's a decent amount. 2.5 million. It's 1% of all US. Close, if there's like 300. Maybe a little bit less than 1%, yeah. Okay, so AI scaling, that's the big thing. General purpose technologies. Okay. This is where I work and focuses in part on community colleges. I like that. So I guess he was sort of ahead of his time, maybe 2019, because that was before the whole chat GPT craze happened in November 2022. This is true. This is interesting. Right. I totally forgot about the Microsoft BlackRock MGX fund. Okay, so it seems like Brad Smith, this is one part political, one part maybe inspirational, and then one part messaging. Or not messaging, but marketing. Seems like he's really trying to market, okay, Microsoft, we are this great company that's going to invest billions of dollars in US AI infrastructure, and we are the most secure out of all of the different companies around the world. especially China. Usually bashing China here. Should be an interesting thing. Okay. So if he really plans to hyperscale spending, so Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google, tech, data center spend, so Meta, Tesla, Nvidia, Apple. I believe I did do something like this before. Okay, so now it's officially 2025, yeah. So $2030. Oops. So let's say the next 6 years, 2025, let's say millions. You have 80. $80 billion in 2025. So he's a vice chair. $100 billion in AI data centers. So if $150 billion, that's true, by 2030, 6 years. Okay, so that's about $25 billion per year. Microsoft, I'm surprised. I don't know, is $80 billion reasonable? Is that way too much? Because if Amazon's spending $25 billion, Google, I wonder how much they're spending to build out their cloud. But then you have in total about over at least $100 billion of data center spend in 2025. Like who would benefit from that, right? You have construction workers, networking companies, and I think NVIDIA does benefit from this because they do sell the Mellanox and InfiniBand products that are used for data center networking. I think AMD might have something like that of their own. But I guess if we're looking at this from what companies would benefit from increased data center spend, I'd imagine it's networking, chips, probably servers. Thinking here, stream, I wonder if Microsoft is doing these joint ventures or if they own the whole thing outright. Alright. Yeah. So I do hear my phone. Alright. trying to see what's the best way to position. Alright, oh, that looks good, that looks good. Video, Juniper, Aristia? Remember those are some of the big ones that I remember. Video, ND, Broadcom, right, Broadcom. Marvell. Actually don't know too many construction companies. I would think like, what does Applied Materials do? I've heard of those companies. Maybe like servers, Dell, HP. I know HP is buying Juniper Networks. IBM. I guess it's more consulting. Supermicro. Hey, this is sick. This is sick. Man, I wish I had this when I was in high school. Hey, this is nice. I like it. I like the initiative. Okay, so it seems like Ohio's getting a lot of love recently. Seems like from AWS, I know Intel is trying to establish what they call, I think, the semiconductor heartland. It could be somewhere else that I have to double check, but I know they're spending about $28 billion, or like plan to spend $28 billion on a huge manufacturing site. I think 2 fabs, $14 billion each, which is going to be a decent amount. So Ohio, that could be an interesting place to move. Maybe Ohio real estate is going to be, yeah. Interesting. 216 new data centers, wow. Oh, right. Energy, I totally forgot. Okay, so... Six years. Do cumulative. I guess 6 years from now, what is really going to happen? Because technology changes so much in the past 6 years. In the past 6 years, from 2024 to just 2018, what's changed? Well, the past 2 years, we had this explosive growth with artificial intelligence. I guess 2018, you probably had a bunch of cloud monetization going on. I don't know if I said that right, but a bunch of applications either being cloud-based or just shifting over to the cloud. And I think that's when you start to see, if you look at Amazon's web service revenues, it probably scales high double-digit in the teens to 20s. Okay. So 150 million. Yeah, WSJ. Is there still room to grow for these? CoStar, yeah, CoStar probably does have. So what's this? Alphabet. So these are 9 months ended. Okay. Deferred revenues. Google Cloud. Hmm. 8411. Right. Okay, so this is pretty high growth, I would say. 34% year over year. That is practically 35% actually. Remaining performance obligations. So half of this, half should be realized in the next 24 months, 2 years. That's is 43.4. Around 40.4. Okay. Right, so $43.4 billion across 24 months. It's almost $2 billion per month. $43.4. It's around 1.8. So 1.8 billion per month. I guess you could also say it's 24 months. Let's divide that by 3 months and a quarter. Right? So you have 8 more quarters. So 43.4 billion divided by 8. .425 in 1 quarter. Okay. Two, 21 point. Okay, that's a decent amount. Alright, Google Cloud. And they are reinvesting. It doesn't say. Oh, character.ai. Oh, antitrust. Operating expenses, cost of revenues. Do they have financial results? Google Cloud. Okay. Infrastructure and platform services makes sense. Total cost of ownership, total acquisition cost. Google Cloud surprisingly is not super profitable business. Organic growth, okay. Oh, CapEx. Servers, network equipment for computing, storage, and networking requirements for ongoing business activities, including AI, data center, land and building construction. Okay. I wonder. Ending stock. Dude, RAM. I'm trying to think. We're thinking about all this infrastructure. What are the big applications on Google Cloud these days? Yeah, not entirely sure. Okay, but go back here. So CapEx spend for Google. $38.3. So this is 9 months, right? Okay. Guess year over year. This looks like almost a 50% increase. 80%. Okay. Yeah, that is a lot. Alright, 80% increase. And we did see Micron's revenues rise by 80%. I think DRAM revenues, I forgot, I don't remember exactly what DRAM revenue was in September of, I guess, November of 2023. But we're starting to see the numbers sort of connect together and frame this narrative. Alright, I think this is Micron. Let's see, okay. Revenues increased by 84%. And then DRAM, okay, 6.4 to 3.2. So that's 86%. Very close to what data centers spend. It's been going on here, right? Yeah, it's crazy. So let's just divide this by 3. So it's 12 billion per year. So we have 51 billion run rate. $12 billion. Who does that go to, right? NVIDIA, they had $30 billion of revenue. I think 35 billion total. 30 billion came from their data center and networking business. I think Microsoft's, they said in their 10K or their 10Qs that they do have companies, I would think Microsoft, Amazon, Google, that represent 10% or more of their revenues. So 10% of CapEx spend. It's like a quarterly CapEx spend. $1.2 billion, right? Be 10% of 30 billion, that's 3 billion. Okay. So maybe like 20% of 45%. Let's see. Just do some quick back of the napkin math here. 23% of quarterly spending is going towards Google. Is going towards NVIDIA. That's like my best guess. And over time, I'd imagine that probably declines if Google is building out their TPUs. But then again, Google probably isn't spending money like Microsoft and Amazon are because they do have their tensor processing units. Okay. Yeah, it's tough. It's interesting to think about. I think we have NVIDIA here. So I don't have any of their revenues. Okay. AMD, do not have that either. Okay, it would be nice to compare. I'm gonna copy this. Oh no. Company search. Amazon. Let's take a look. Okay. So AWS. Haven't scaled. It doesn't seem like they're scaling as fast as. AWS. 23,059. Two 7,452. Percent growth. What's the, okay, so this is the percent growth, right? I guess it would be nice to have the dollar growth. $4 billion. So this is revenues. Right. $4 billion in extra revenues. I think it's probably a lot, just based off. I mean, I don't know how many more hours of consumption that's used, because I think AWS, they have different types of, what I think are these cost models that they charge people based on consumption. North America National. Is there a Ohio Public Utility stocks? AEP Ohio. American Electric Power. It's probably a company that's been doing pretty well. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Okay. From 2008, I see. I'll look into that. I think that could be an interesting thing to put in my retirement account. If we could just watch that scale. Okay. Operating income. Six. 4. Oh wait, 10. 4, 7. This is 9 months. Okay. Okay, so 3 billion. Wow, it's a lot. Okay, so they have their operating expenses. Technology infrastructure. So I don't know. I feel like they probably don't capitalize. I would imagine they do capitalize. Sorry, they do capitalize their investing spending. So I'm not too sure exactly what this. $12 months ended, so last 12 months. These are operating expenses. Includes payroll. Okay, so I guess this is, so they do capitalize it, and then they just depreciate or amortize the capital assets. Depreciation, amortization, servers, rent, utilities. So yeah, what's this percent margin here? A little under 50%. Okay. 38.1. Yeah, it's a decent amount. Pretty decent operating margin. I'm surprised though if you looked at, I think if you look at a company like Zara, right, or Inditex, so to speak, their operating margins are around that range. Maybe a bit lower. I actually kind of want to see, compare and contrast these retailing operating margins. I know Target is nowhere close to that operating margin. Okay, so VFC is a lot less. %, okay, 20%, which is pretty much half of that. Half of this. I'm going to snip this, see if you can get this from okay. Yeah, I don't know, do they have lease, network, data center, office, and physical storage facilities? Operating lease cost, 2,000, 3,000. Okay. Wonder who. AWS. Compute, storage. I guess storage is. wonder how they probably buy NAND storage, I'd imagine, for their S3 buckets. Okay, this is Apple, this is retail, do not need that right now. Let me ask ChatGPT this. Do cloud companies provide storage solutions like S3 by flash memory and from memory makers like Micron, SK, Hynix, Samsung? Solid state drives. Kioxia. Sounds familiar, right? SSDs. Okay, solid state drives. Got it. Low latency NAND. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's a part of memory that I never really thought about, because I feel like with flash storage or these solid state drives, in my mind, that's a business that maybe goes through some short-term cyclicality, but if data is all stored digitally and the amount of data available doesn't decrease, it actually increases over time. That's a business that I think will always grow. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems like something that will never go out unless the technology fundamentally changes. Data is always going to increase. So maybe that's like a very interesting way to look at this flash memory. I've never thought about it that way. Let's think about this for a sec. So cloud providers use flash storage. To store data for applications plus analysis. Cloud storage applications. So Amazon 3. So I guess this is scalable object storage. So AWS, EBS. So Elastic Block Store. Google Cloud File Store. And then Microsoft Azure Disk Storage. Scalable object store probably just means that the way you buy it or the way you store items, it's just consumption based, so you pay more to store more. High performance, I don't know what block storage is. low latency apps. So cloud companies store handle petabytes to exabytes of data. High density and flash is required for efficient storage scale. Okay, what is a petabyte? How big is a petabyte? 1,000 terabytes. 1 quadrillion. Okay. God. 1 quadrillion bytes. So 1 million. Oh, sorry, 1,000. Yeah, 1,000 terabytes. Exabyte. Okay, yeah. So 1 x. 1 quintillion? Oh god. Bytes. Just 1,000 petabyte. What's Teradata? Sounds like an interesting startup. Yeah, I think this is interesting. Micron's an interesting company because they are sort of the only US-based memory manufacturer. Alright, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Before I do, let me see how is the stream going. We've been streaming for about an hour now, which is nice. Watching on Discord. Hey, 2 views. Thanks for watching. Okay. Okay, I made it back. So I am going to... I need to write an email real quick to respond to something. So I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna close this for now. Let's see. Remove OS screen capture. Alright. Let me see if you guys are able to see on the stream. Okay, nice. Okay, just sent the email. I think I am good now. Okay, so let me pull this back up. Mac OS screen capture 2. Hide OBS from capture. Alright, nice. Move to bottom. Okay, nice. I'm gonna put my phone back here. Pull this down a little bit. I think this should hopefully look good now. Alright. So what is block memory? Sounds interesting. Don't know what it is. Blocks. I know banks, right? So I guess that's something different from DRAM, which is a bank group. So is DRAMs to the idea of a bank / bank Interesting. Okay. So maybe something different. Bank and finance, what the hell? In a financial system, a bank has multiple branches, each handling transactions independently or in parallel. Coordinates operations. Okay, that's cool. Wait. Oh, sorry. I guess like is meant to say is block memory similar to idea of a bank group in DRAM. Multiple blocks. Simultaneous reactivation, read or write operations across banks. Storage systems, file systems, hardware, volatile. Okay. So it's slightly different than block memory is. Block storage is for volatile memory storage, while DRAM uses banks are used in DRAM. Okay, so that was interesting. I don't think we were able to get a number yet from AWS. This is free cash flow. It's 12 months ended. I wonder if they have quarterly data. Okay, CapEx. Oops. I'm surprised. Oh, there we go. 11.3, 21.3. Okay. 21.3. $34.8 billion. This one was 51,600 billion. 9 months ended. Okay. %. Yeah, it's decent amounts of increased spend. I don't know if a majority of this is going towards AWS, and AWS is only bringing in 27 billion worth of revenues. I guess it could probably destroy the company if it overestimates demand. But I don't think, probably will not. Microsoft. I'm just trying to think, there's probably so many companies now that are using these cloud providers as ways of training or inferencing their models. Intelligent cloud. Cloud 24 billion. Okay, I do want to take this a little. Okay, no sales to an individual customer. Okay. 5 commercial cloud. Okay, so that is like a 160 billion run rate revenue right there. Microsoft wants to spend $80 billion. So basically half. Of the revenues it expects to generate. When you put that into perspective, it's not that insane. I don't know if they break it down by Azure, but it seems like the cloud, this aggregate number is a bit more, right, than what AWS has. Yeah, $27 billion. Okay. Let's take a little snip. Excuse me. Server products. Yeah, sure. Predictable energy, networking supplies, servers, including graphics, processing units, and other components. Third-party contract manufacturers. Products we have the ability to use other manufacturers if the current vendor becomes This is actually an interesting section to consider. Oops. $84.4 billion. Oh, consumer subscriber growth of 10%, 84.4 million. Yeah, I'm definitely one of those users of the consumer cloud. Sources. Oh god. Wait, do they say somewhere here about CapEx? I don't think so. Let's take a look, see if we can plant property equipment. $14. Okay. What's the revenue? 65 billion. Yeesh, that's a lot. Okay. It seems to me this has grown by over 50%. Yeah, maybe like 55% to 60%. Exactly 50%. Okay. I guess it's like 5,000. Okay, CapEx. So quarterly CapEx, let's see here. All right, we have Google Cloud. Amazon. Call it Google, Amazon, and Microsoft. Because it's not just Google Cloud, I think it's also What does this say again? So this is the revenues. Oh shoot. Yeah, I think I have the wrong number here. Whoops. See daisies. Okay. I have to get the Google number, the alphabet number. I see. Okay. So 9 months. It's quarterly. Yeah, just for now. I guess this makes it a bit easier. It's an interesting approximation. Let's also get rid of any of these decimal points. So we had rough approximation, but 73%. And let's take a look at the dollar growth. $20 billion in more CapEx spend compared to 2023. Yeah. I want to say like $15 billion of that probably went to NVIDIA. Wait a minute, I think I might have NVIDIA on here. More workbooks. Let me check on OneDrive. So how is BFC stock doing today? Micron stock. It would be nice if I had a little screen somewhere, like an extra screen to check the prices. Okay, Micron stock. I want to say what else is there. Intel stock. Oh, it's coming up soon. I guess they're interesting. Q4 earnings Thursday, 23rd. Okay. Guess CES is today, or what happened? Oh, I guess probably something happened with NVIDIA today, that's why. Okay. Seems like market's reacting pretty well. X3D, rising 9. Okay, interesting. Then let's take a look at OneDrive. Shoot. Is NVIDIA in here? It is not. I'm surprised. Well, is it in Micron or no? Big Tech maybe? So I did have this. Property and equipment. Alphabet, right? Just want to double check, do I have the same numbers? Shit, if this is more precise, I'll get this. I think this is for Alphabet. Yeah. Okay, but it doesn't seem like NVIDIA's on here, so. I swear I had it somewhere, but it's okay. Yeah, I think this is what I was referring to, that there are a lot of revenues. Compute and networking. Actually, this might be like a super micro or one of those OEMs. So they end October, not September. I was looking outside snow-wise. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay. Data center, so compute, then networking. $11,908,606. Okay. So total. This might be in the Cisco. I think I had some information about the networking business here that I could copy over to this sheet. Oh, here it was. Okay, so this is where it was. Data center. Professional visualization. Okay, so this is where the networking stuff comes from.
想吃吗？半个钟头。
Yeah, sure.
我给你做了啊。
Okay. Oh, this is the OSI. So physical layers, OSI model, products sold, so switches, routers. Alright, InfiniBand, Ethernet, Mellanox, competitors. Server networking. I don't know what this is. Oh, okay. Paste values. Okay. Percent growth. Dollar growth. Okay, so it doesn't seem like it's a terribly big business that's seeing a lot of growth. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't seem like a terribly big business with a whole. Okay, it is a big industry, right? You do have, in 1 quarter alone, what seems to be $20 billion being spent. So I guess that leads to about $80 billion in 1 year. But as a percent of what seems to be it's like tens of billion per year, right? Per quarter. $20 billion. Yikes. That's crazy. Yeah, just $1 billion from that 20 billion. I guess that is what, 5%? Yeah. I'm tired. Oops. Play with my Legos for a sec. You got Eeyore. My shark. And the shark. Oh, this shark looks kind of dusty. Yeah. There's storage press. Here, let me take a look at this. Okay. Now the internet really works. I'm surprised people don't really like it on Goodreads. Illustrated microhistories. Non-fiction books. Interesting. A Cat's Guide to the Internet. Illustrated guides. I guess there's that one book. I forgot what the guy's name is called, but that one YouTube channel. I thought that was really interesting. Okay, so I think at a risk of not getting distracted, this actually might have some stuff on '87. Okay, content delivery networks. IETF. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so one interesting thing from this is Google, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Netflix. I think they pretty much run 75% of the internet. Google, Amazon, Facebook, Apple, and Netflix. So not Microsoft, but Apple. Interesting. I wonder how does data, I'd imagine if you were to send data over some type of network, let's say for AI training, like even data streaming, it maybe has to travel through the internet somehow. And apparently Cloudflare is one of those big content delivery networks. Okay. And then also Akami. Okay, interesting. So I bet the whole cloud business is an increasingly interesting one to understand. Transport encryption. The Great Firewall of China. Okay, maybe this could be interesting. Cybernetics, software algorithms. Yeah. Okay. So they actually talk about the open systems interconnection model here. This might be interesting to come back to. Which I think I will. Okay, so thanks for tuning in today to the stream. I think we got some interesting work done here in the data center space as we thought about how memory could flow into the upstream, I guess, of data centers and AI hyperscale spend, which if we look at here, it's almost $50 billion in a single quarter. Run rate spend, that's about 50. So $200 billion potentially in the next year. I guess if you look at multiples, it's probably what? Yeah, it could be what the market's already expecting. All right, it should be interesting. So I'm gonna stop this here and let's see. I'm streaming for a while now, so thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.